Hi everyone, it's Razyel Kayne and I welcome you to the night shift where I pretend I'm a late night host. So, how's everybody doing? Probably hopefully people will join in the chat. Well, there you go. Fishy is right there. There you go, Fishy. How you doing, my friend? So today my guest is going to be uh Enewtabie, which I've known for about 4 or 5 years now. Saw his channel grow, saw him hit 1,000, saw him get monetized. I was actually his first channel member, or I like to think I am. It might be a tie between me and Benjamin Whitcomb. Hey, Devoid, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Clinical, how you doing, my friend? All right, people showing up. Cool. So, yeah, today's show, it's going to be the same thing as usual. Me talking for about half an hour, and then I'll bring in my guest. And we're going to start, as usual, with some fun news, though. Hey, where's my share screen stuff? Hold on. Oh, I closed it. All right, hold on. Let me reload that up. Stuff happens. But anyway, as I'm doing this, I just want to tell everyone I participated in a Google research, like a YouTube research, and I didn't think nothing of it. And funny enough, Enewtabie told me that these were legit stuff, like maybe a year ago. So I participated. So I just made $80 in gift cards with Amazon because just because I did the research thing. It was fun. It was good, and it was something about like the new interface. So yeah, exactly. What do you mean filthy? I'm the first subscriber. Anyway, so yeah, I got lucky and was able to get that $80. So now I have to spend $80 on something I am not too sure like what I'm gonna get on Amazon. Probably, stuff I buy all the time. So we'll see. All right, so I'm ready. So let's go ahead with the sponsor. So we're gonna switch here. There you go. DJC Collectibles. So you can get 10% at checkout if you use my discount code 10 off Raz, which you can get the proper spelling here or at the end of the video or the stream if you're watching live. Best store if you're in the Ottawa area anyway, but anywhere else you want to save 10%. And he if you're in Canada, I know he gets the exclusive for the Target stuff. So now that Toys R Us is closing down every time, every day we have a new Toys R Us closing. Uh, this stuff happens, and this stuff happened. Mismanagement, but I read a whole thing where it might have been Amazon that's kind of responsible for Toys R Us shutting down because Amazon was like dispatched or hired to kind of manage their online store. So Amazon studied how what everybody wanted and just kind of stole the model. Apparently, I haven't fully read on that, but now that we have Toys R Us closing down, you can get your Target at your Target exclusive at DJC Collectible. Sorry, I'm rambling on. There's only one new thing this week for Transformers, and it's the Monstructor set, which we'll go more in detail during the news. So this is the third use of the mold, and I think if you're a Monstructor fan, this might only be it's the only alternative right now for a mainline Transformers Monstructors. I'm just gonna say, maybe there's third party out there. I'm not familiar with them, but yeah. What else can you get? This week's pre-order. Oh, a new NECA. Man, they like to milk that Jason. I bought one for my wife. I think it was Halloween 2. Uh, Not Halloween. Friday the 13th. I think number 2 or another one. Anyway, so now he has an axe instead of a machete. So yeah, why not? Looks good. Then these things were highly sought of from what I saw. When he posted that, everybody was like, oh, you're going to get more from that company. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like he's going to be able to do it. But you have a Bebop and a Rocksteady. And I'm not a turtle collector, but man, these look fantastic. I mean, they do look really, really, really good. Rocksteady looks menacing, and it has a fat belly. So yeah, yeah. I guess it wouldn't be the first time, no. Uh, Hold on. So we have Rocksteady. You can get Quicksilver and Black Widow. Not bad. A couple GI Joes pre-orders came out. GI Joe with a Raptor. I'm not familiar with the new GI Joe stuff, so that's new to me. So yeah, and then you have Mongol and Black Superman. By the way, I mean the black suits. Superman, don't cancel me. In stock, you get the breakdown. So I think that's a reissue because I know a lot of people were missing him for their Minosaur. So you guys go ahead and order it right now with my discount code. You're able to get that. That's cool. Nice Beetlejuice. Momura looks amazing. Casey Jones. A couple other thing. What's incoming? Now let's see for incoming product. Garfield. If you like Garfield, I had no idea that they made Garfield crossover Ninja Turtle. There is so many Ninja Turtle crossover. I saw Godzilla stuff. AMC DJ, thanks for stopping by, man. Uh, yeah, I mean, the Ninja Turtle crossovers are everywhere. It's insane. Oh, that's cool though to have that car, the classic full foot soldier cruiser. Yeah, I like that. Really? Breakdown peg warming? Okay, I thought he was one of those rare figure, like not rare, but poor distribution. Nobody got it, or Scalper got into it. So I'm kind of glad that people can get it now. So yeah, that kind of cool car. Oh yeah, loose collector. Yeah, those Bigfoots are amazing. Bigfoot, Yeti, and the Skookim. I'm not familiar with a Skookim. Don't know what that is. But yeah, nice big figures. And then the young blood stuff. Bunch of, and then yeah, you can get your Hot Toys Arcane Jinx. I don't know what that is. Any Transformers incoming that I've missed? No, a lot of Marvel Legends, Samurai Jack, Heath Ledger sold out, and Big Rubber. Now that the Big Rubber stuff, I'm kind of surprised to see. Like I had one when I was a kid. I don't even remember the wrestler. My mom knew who he was because it was an older wrestler, but it was just like a one pose guy. And I don't remember having tons of fun with it. So I'm kind of surprised to see Big Rubber coming back. So, oh no, sold out 3-0. $185 Canadian though. That's pretty steep. That's why I didn't get the Shockwave. Too expensive. And I really didn't like the 3-0 Shockwave. Like I was expecting a more, I don't know, a different stylized version. So anyway. So all right, so that's what's incoming at DJC Collectibles. Oh, there's a Dragon Man? Huh. $189. Man, I hope he's big. He's not like a super popular character. Okay, so yeah, he is pretty big. Whoa, that's pretty hefty. Okay. All right, so we're done with the sponsor plug. But yeah, go ahead and use that 10%. And now we're going to switch to the topic. Yep, still that dumb image that I use. I still like it. So yeah, what I want to talk about, it's kind of weird. I want to talk about double dipping. Okay, I'm not talking about getting a a new figure, like a second figure. Oh, just saw. Oh, do they have Fraggles? You mean DJC? I don't know. Let's check. All right, before I do the topic, I can check that. Do they have Frag? You mean Fraggle Rocks? GGLS. Yeah. Let me go back to the DJC share. Oh, there you go. Fraggle Rocks. I had no idea they made figure of those. Was a great show. $65. I don't know. 56. So there you go. That's what you can get if you want to have Fraggle Rocks. Anyway, topic. Yeah, double dipping. In a sense, when Icon Collectibles, which I love, great company. They do great articulation. They do re-releases of figures, but then they add a little something to it. So a good example. I might have to share this one. Hold on. There you go. So now they have new glasses at Frazetta. Also, there's naked people on it. But, all right, so they're really re-releasing Tigra and Dark Wolf. And basically, Tigra has pretty much the same stuff, like the cowl and the tarp and the... But then she has like a new knife instead of the branch with a sheet, wineskin, and some bangles for her arm. So that's added stuff. Hey, Dad. Say hi to my dad, everyone. That's my dad. I mean, it's kind of cool that he's watching my show at 9 o'clock. Bonjour, papa. Just in case. He speaks mostly French. So, anyway. Yeah, so the Frazetta girl stuff. So they're re-releasing the figure, but with different accessories. Like the figure itself is nothing changed, except yeah, not even the necklace. Sorry, I was looking at my figure. So there's nothing that changed really, but they're releasing it at the same price with new. Where? Come on, man! I'm trying to go back because I want to show Dark Wolf, and then Dark Wolf, same thing. New helmet with a uncowled face, which I think looks weird, but that's apparently based on Frank Frazetta's original design. But then he has a new axe and a new face. That's about... Oh, and I think those arm wristband. Yeah, he has those wristband instead of the fur gauntlet. So would you buy this? I'm not used to this from me being a Transformers collectors, right? We get repaints, we get retools, but it's always of a different character. I don't know if GI Joe does that. I don't know if Masters of the Universe. Well, Masters of the Universe, you have your Faker, which is a repaint, but you don't have like a yellow Skeletor, a Toxitron Skeletor, and then a Shattered Glass He-Man. Well, I guess Faker, that's what he is. But you know what I mean? Like, it's not something that's actively done in most communities. Some, I guess, collector was complaining about that, and even O'Donoghue, who's the, I guess, main guy or the spokesperson or the showrunner for the Icon Collectible brand, he, told them like nobody's forcing you to buy a second one, which it's true. I'm just... Hey, the Void, how you doing, man? How you doing? I like Icon Collectible. Different accessory on the reissue helps show which figure is the original, and then which is the first release. Okay, not... Oh yeah, actually yes. You know what? That's exactly what DX9 did with Red Storm. They did the silver gray version, and then they did the white. Silver gray legs and accessory, and then they did the white version. Yes, that's exactly it. Magic Square did it too. So I guess a couple companies, and I don't double dip on those. But I mean, those are repaints. Like you don't have a new accessory, but I think it falls in the same category. It's the same character. You get a different paint job. Uh, hey, honey, she's away from home today. She's at my sister-in-law. So I'm alone at home, and I ate a pizza and chicken wings because I was too lazy to cook. Oh yeah, bonjour mon amour. So yeah, good point, clinical DX9. And so I guess those are the type of repaints that Hasbro wouldn't do much. They always kind of retool. They always kind of do something different when they reissue, like the new Studio Series 86 or Studio Series More Than Meets the Eyes collection. Shockwave. That's a mouthful. Give me a second. All right. So whoa, I put too much juice in there. Um, so yeah, would you double dip? Or when it comes to action figures like this, or Savage Crucible, Accessory Studios, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, they usually release accessory pack. And I think personally, because I got the first version, I would have liked to have either the option. Maybe that's what they should do. A second release with new accessory, but also a release of just the new accessories so that, if you want, you can get exclusively that. So, because now I have the Necron coming, which actually I want to talk about that. The Necron is coming, and is he going to come with a second set of accessory with, I don't know, ice power stuff? I don't know. We'll have to see. But enough about the topic. That's my question to you. Please write it in the comment. I noticed not a lot of people comment on live stream. So if you're watching right now, let me know. Would you double dip on a figure you already own if it came with kind of somewhat new accessory? So I want to know that. Thank you. So let's go to the news. I'm going to hold on. I just need to check something first. I'm going to shut this down like this. Okay, we're good. Let's go for the news. I should have something like Cup talking, saying, "Don't touch that dial." Of course, I get all my news at Let's Reload. I get all my news at tformers.com, which is the greatest website if you want to have Transformer news. In my opinion, if you prefer something else, that's cool. But I prefer Tformers. Sideway and hand images. So I guess that's gonna be another Prime versus Prime bullshit. Uh, is it? Is it his channel? I don't know. Yeah, Prime versus Prime. So screw you. I'm not checking you. Nexus Prime in hand images. Okay, so that I kind of. Okay, so that's Brawn over Brains. So you have Nexus Prime, and apparently you're able to limb him. Okay, so you still need the legs. Okay. So he's a chess piece. Really. Hey. Hey, Brick Builder, how you doing, man? The only reason is because of the yeah. Oh, that's a good point, the void. But then again, I think Icon Collectible was really good at answering people's query and sending them replacement legs or replacement figures if they could. But yeah, it's good that you're getting a replacement. Hey, we have Double D. How you doing, girl? I'm gonna be on her show next week, Friday, Thursday. I think I'm on her show Thursday. I would if it was a cheaper price. Yeah, like that's gonna happen. But I'm with you. And if you can sell the figure on and keep the accessory openly so the buyer knows what's happening, then yes. Okay, that's a good point. You can sell the extra figure. All right, good point. All right, so Nexus Prime. Okay, so it's a good idea. I'm not gonna buy it. You can pre-order a non-eagle figure. I'm gonna keep saying this. They should have retooled the head to be an eagle because this is not an eagle. And then you can get a soccer ball. Why not a football? I don't get it. Anyway, It's probably because the association paid for the license for the ball. So, what up? What up, Big M? Do you know when DJC is getting Hot Rod? Doing well. Yeah, I think right now for Hot Rod is saying October. I think it's a mistake, but yeah, it says October. So I'm guessing. And then same thing with Hound. No, Hound actually is still scheduled in Canada. Well, at DJC for April. So I don't know what's happening with that because it's pretty much everywhere in the states. Um, so, but it's probably because of distributor. All right, so you can get a sucker ball prime. Is it an Optimus Prime? No, Breakaway. Who is a Optimus Prime colored character? Um, upgrade kit for Nemesis Prime. So now you can turn him into kind of a war machine. That's kind of cool, though. Galaxy version of what's a Blockies Galaxy version. So we're getting a Rodimus Prime. Yeah, absolutely a Rodimus Prime. And then you get a Leo Convoy. Oh, that's it. That's 2 pictures. All right. So hopefully they're going to come with other characters. What I'm really waiting on is for them to do those Blockies wheels of Sideswipe and Sunstreaker. Collector Con was happening today. Okay, same link. Okay, Collector Con. No, did I click on the right thing? Yep. All right. So anyway, it's the Walmart Collector Con. So if you're in the States, it's something you can do. I don't think we had anything in Canada. USA pre-order. Oh, that's cool though. If you want to get these MPG cassettes, man, they look fantastic. So now's your chance. The MPG Soundwave comes with, of course, Laserbeak, so you can get all of these 5 guys. It's kind of cool that they release them in a pack instead of another bullshit gimmick they could have done, like releasing Ravage with Hound, or they do that sometimes. And then you can get your Optimus Prime with Jetfire and all that stuff. Of course, you have the upgrade kit for a Optimus Prime with the same thing that we saw with the Nemesis, because that happens. Okay, Monstructor Unbox. And who is it from? Oh, okay, it's a full video from Hasbro Pulse. He looks good. Not gonna lie, I really did enjoy the Legacy Core Class Dinobots. It was fun to collect. It's not my figures. It's to my son. My son plays with those constantly. Assemble, disassemble. I even got him the Toy Hanks decal, the DNA upgrade kit. The DNA upgrade kit was a big mistake because they're more for like if you don't play with your figure type of upgrade. Nice foot, nice hands, but the foots are like super hard to peg in. So I have to constantly help him. So anyway, but it's cool that the Monstructor stuff, like they retooled the figure a little bit. Like Scar is pretty much the same, but there's a beak here on what was Sludge. So they really made them look kind of like the monster, or the, I don't know what they were called, the Monstructor bots. So Ice Pick, Wadfly, Slug, Scowl, Bristleback, and Brain. I don't know. They look good. And he comes with a big axe, so that's fun. And a retro card, a tech spec. That's really cool. For the G1 fan, that's really fun. So yeah, I think it's a bit expensive, but I think it might be something I might be interested in getting. I don't know. Hopefully I can get it maybe on discount. I don't know. But it's interesting. You have okay, again, Monstructor. All right, in-hand images. Is that Prime? Screw you, I'm not watching you. I should check those up front. Oh, Missing Link Ultra Magnus. Oh. Okay. We don't have the Delta Magnus in-hand images yet, but it's a bigger box than the Optimus Prime. So we have, oh man, this, I can't wait to have this. And Delta Magnus. I'm crazy. But it's because I don't have the Optimus missing link. It's going to be cool to have the white version. So yeah. Oh, and there's that little figure that comes with it too. And then there's going to be one with the Delta Magnus as well. So anyway, I'm selling my G1 Encore Ultra Magnus and replacing him with that. So and I like the connections in the back. It looks good, stable. So yeah, I'm gonna vote that a great. There you go. And then what else do we have? That's a recap. Chosen Prime newsletter. Oh yeah, the Devastation Optimus Prime, and come on, click on it. I think I showed that last week. I'm not gonna lie, he looks good. It's not for me. And I never actually had the chance to play Devastation, but I did watch Input try to get the world record. He's at some point he was top 5, so that was pretty impressive. So yeah, and then that's the Transformers one Optimus Prime with a big. Actually, that's a very nice accessory. Yep. And I don't like the truck, but that's just TF1. The designs weren't for me, but the movie was absolutely amazing. All right. Now, one other thing I wanted to show. I'm going to close this. Oh, yeah, this here. So, yesterday, Eamon O'Donoghue from and Frazetta Girls uh, announced that Necron was shipping or would soon be shipping. So, that's the warehouse where they have all of the boxes of Necrons and they were going to ship. So I asked him if they were going to get the, like, is it going to be just for their online store that I showed earlier here, or is it going to be like every retail store? And apparently that's every retail store. So I'm looking forward to getting my shipping notice or my, come and pick it up confirmation from DJC Collectibles because I want my Necron. He looks really good. Because honestly, I haven't got anything in a long time. Last figure I got was Bingo Toys in February, maybe beginning of end of January, beginning of February, I think. So yeah, it's been a while. And I'm waiting on Scorponok, Doctor Doctor Woo. I'm getting that because of the Lux, and he keeps doing amazing review of it. And so I want to, take a. I don't have a Doctor Wu figure. I have like the cassettes for the Soundwave, the Netflix Soundwave, but I kind of want to try an actual figure from Doctor Wu. So and since I'm not a, hot take huge fan of Scarpernok. I never really liked the design either in the cartoon or the comics. He's just doesn't resonate with me. But I still want a version of the character, so picked a smaller one. And now I'm going to stop sharing this for now. And all you have now is my ugly face, but I'm gonna bring a handsome man right now. I'm gonna bring in my guest right now if I can get this stuff to work. Enewtabie, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, just having some fun. Doing this new format, new show where I listen to the sound of my own voice for half an hour, and then after that, I bring in a guest, and we try to chat for as long as we can until we have a sore throat. So, one thing that's funny, about a year ago, you told me I was asking in the group chat that we're on about YouTube user research, and I thought it was a fake email, and you told me, no, those are legit. I made a bit of money on that.
Yeah.
So I made a bit of money on that today. Like half hour before the show, I got an email. I did participation in some stuff and got $80. So
Yeah.
I guess that's thanks to you. So
Yeah, I turned around and turned it into Amazon gift cards. I
yeah,
probably
that's what I did.
a couple $100. Larkin told me about it.
Yeah, I did. Right now, it was $59. So converted to Canadian, 81. Not bad.
Mm.
So yeah. So I was thinking about how we met or the first time we streamed together. I don't know if you'll remember this because I discovered you as part of the Rejecticons. Originally, that's you interacted a lot with Kato's Kollection and Larkin and Sardo,
Yeah.
which unfortunately you're the only one that's still really active
Yeah.
at this
Yeah.
point.
That's
And
it.
but so you guys were streaming, and then the whole point of the Rejecticon was that you got together because you couldn't go to a convention,
Hmm. Yeah.
at some point. And then I remember when Kato went to his first convention, TFCon, I texted you and said you should have me and Memo on your channel and pretend we're running audition to replace Kato because now we can't be in the Rejecticons.
Hmm.
You don't remember that?
Maybe, I don't know. I say a lot of things.
Yeah. Oh, but it was it was fun to stream for the first time. And
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
you had given me some good tips on how to, you know, how to work my channel a little bit, how the metrics worked and stuff like that. So, but let's go with the questions because I want to know a little more about you because we do an annual top 5 videos together. You've been a regular on my channel for that, but we never
Mm.
had the chance to really talk outside of that. So let's go back to when you're about 4, 5, 6 years old. What is
Okay.
your first love when it comes to toys or cartoons or
Oh man. Like I can still remember like all the GI Joes I got, like that and the Transformers. Like I used to, my next door neighbor, my mom and dad had to work, so my neighbor would keep me, and I would sit there and take my Transformers. So I had Mirage, Sky. I can tell you everybody I had. I mean, it's easy. And I'm like 50 some years old. I can remember when I'm like a little kid. Mirage, Skywarp, Sideswipe. I had Optimus Prime. I had uh, who else? Who else? A couple more. I had the tapes. I
right?
didn't have any like I didn't have Megatron. I didn't have Soundwave. I had Skywarp. That was it on that. I had some of the Constructicons. I had Scrapper, Mixmaster. I was able to form like a few pieces. Devastated, but I
Yeah.
never formed a whole bot. I
Most
had
kids had a parts of a combiner, never had a full combiner.
I had Brawn, I had Huffer. That's really about it. I didn't have a whole lot.
I
But
had
most I had was like GI Joes. I had like almost every GI Joe for like 82 to 86.
so you were more a GI Joe collector. Well, not collector, but you had your parents got you more GI Joes
Oh
than
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. See me, I was more of a Masters of the Universe guy at the time.
Yeah, I had
And
two of
so
those.
I had tons of those, but I had a couple Transformers, but they were all the small ones. So
Hmm.
I had Red Bumblebee, not the yellow one. I had the red one. I had Huffer and Brawn. Those are the three that I know for sure I had. And then
Hmm.
after that, my grandmother got me like G1 Skullgrin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why I was super disappointed with the legacy version. It didn't live up to the excitement I had as a kid. You know.
I had a few GoBots too.
I never had a GoBot. I know for
Oh
a fact
man,
I bought a GoBot for my cousin. I bought him Leader One.
I had
Uh,
Leader One. I had Vamp. I had Zero. I had the sub. I forget, is it Dive? I forget
yeah,
which
they
one.
had some like pretty easy name.
And
Yeah.
I had the Porsche, that's like the bigger one, and I had like the mech suits that they fit in. I had two of those where like the thing just goes over the figure. They had
Really?
like they had like a power armor thing. Patriot Prime will know about this, but it's just like a white piece of armor, and you set the GoBot in, and it just has like a thing that goes over the shoulder.
Wow, I had no idea that thing existed. That
I had
that
two
looks
different
like a
versions.
robot inside a mech suit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, but were you collecting? Like, did you keep your stuff from when you were a kid, or did that got purged at some point by your
Did a,
parents?
did a yard sale probably when I was about
Yeah.
12 or 13 or something like that. I remember my mom sold all my GI Joe stuff off to like some lady up the street probably for $20. Who knows?
Ah, yeah.
I don't
That's
have any toys. I wish I did. I don't have any. No, I take that back. I have 2 Tonka trucks.
That you still these things,
Yeah,
man. Tonka
they're
trucks
complete.
are
They're all metal. Yeah.
yeah, metal die cast. I had like a big heavy one that lasted like no paint. The paint was all scratched on it, but it still worked perfectly, you know.
See,
So
I had a red one. Um, that looked like a Toyota pickup truck. It had a camper shell, it had a canoe, had the gas tanks. It had the little jack you can stick under there and take the wheels off and swap the wheels out.
nice.
And they had a black one that looked kind of like a Bronco. They had a figure that came with it. Still got the figure. And he's got like a cowboy hat. And one glasses looked like Wild Bill from G.I. Joe.
Nice. So you still have that. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
No, when I moved from up north to down here in Ottawa, we were going from like a big house to an apartment because my dad was going back to school and everything, you know. So all of my toys, my He-Mans, they all went to the local small town daycare before I left, and I wish I never had done that. I should have found a way to keep those because they, I had a ton of He-Man. So yeah. Yeah.
I had a few. I have all the ones I had. I collect He-Man down. Got pretty much everything that comes out on Origins. But I had, I had the Castle Grayskull, and I had Skeletor, He-Man, Merman, Beastman, Triclops. I still got pictures of all this stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't
my
think
mom used to take like Polaroid pictures, like Christmas,
okay.
from like when I was a little kid all the way up until I stopped really getting toys. And then I went through and like took all the photos and put them on digital.
That's awesome. You should share those. Like
Well,
I'd
I
like
got
to
a
see that.
picture of me, probably, if I can find it, about a picture of me standing there with a 1970. I guess I've been 3.
You should make a video about that. Those video usually fetch a good amount of view. You put the picture one after the other and you narrate over it, and people love to watch that.
Yeah, I've got like I know this. So I don't know if this is going to show up, but probably not on this camera.
Yeah.
You see, that's the
Oh,
Death
yeah.
Star.
That's the Death Star.
Yeah, from
Nice.
Star Wars. So that
So-
had to be about late 70s right there.
Late 70s. Okay, so you're how old are you? I know we're about the same age, but
I'm 51.
okay, so I'm 48. So
So here's one. So here's me. It's got to get the right angle with a Atari 2600.
oh shit, nice. That system was the bomb, man. Before Nintendo came out, man, I had so much. Did you ever play that? What was it called? Like it was a cop running. You were a cop running after like a bandit in
Keystone Cops.
Yes, Keystone Cops. That
Yeah, I
was
played that.
such a hard, fun game. So, and then Pitfall 2. Never finished Pitfall 2. It was too hard.
I played so much back in the day. Pitfall. If you got above a certain score, you could send it in, and Activision would send you a patch, like to sew in on your jacket or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, and I got one of those. I don't know whatever happened to it, but my dad used to like playing Pac-Man, and he used to like playing Combat, where you like drive the tanks around and airplanes or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah, those. I mean, they were simpler games. The fun factor was more present than whatever we're playing right now. I know you and Kato are playing Arc right now.
Yeah, I went back to Battlefield 6 right now. I know he's busy, so they did some new maps. I'm thinking about checking out this new game everybody's talking about, Crimson Desert or whatever.
Yeah, so military games like competitive stuff.
Yeah,
more your forte.
Yeah.
I prefer like craft survival type of games or are like very epic RPGs. Like Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I could start them and never finish them. That's my problem. Like I've never like I can't tell you I've ever beat RPG. Like I've always started them. I've started Red Dead. I've never beat Assassin's Creed, but I played every one of them.
Okay.
Um,
And you're able to let go without knowing how
yeah, I
the
just get to
story
a point
ends.
where I just get to a point I like move on to the next thing.
See, it's that's why I when I buy a game, I check first if I'm gonna enjoy it and everything, because I get my money's worth of single player games, and so I can never not finish a game at least once. Like, I need to know how it ends, and then I can tell you if I really liked it or not. Or
But
same thing with movies.
I can play something like Battlefield. I've got, let's see, 250 hours in the Battlefield 6.
Nice. Okay, that's quite a bit.
But if you want to go back, I mean, like something I really sometimes like I can go through like Elder Scrolls. I played probably like 30 minutes of it. Red Dead Redemption, a couple of hours.
Really? Okay, no. Skyrim I finished about
Never finished Skyrim.
12 times.
Never finished any of the Fallout games. I always start them. I have beat like Gears of War 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, which were harder games.
4, 4 maybe. 3 of them I know. Uh,
And but Fallout, it's kind of epic, those
yeah,
games were. Oh yeah, Danny was right. I'm a committed man. Like, if I start playing a game that has a story in it, unless it's extremely boring up front, I'm all for it. But then again, played a lot of Legacy of Kane, where I get my name from. Razyel and Kane are the main characters of the Legacy of Kane franchise, and
I,
they
I,
just did the remasters on
oh yeah.
Steam. I've been playing those like crazy, and to hear Michael Bell again voicing those characters, it's just fantastic. So, but the story is so good. Like, I mean, I get annoyed with the gameplay sometimes because I just want to get to the story.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
So,
look at like Starfield. I started that, never finished. I know they're doing an update for Starfield, so I might jump back into that. But I didn't
okay.
like it that you can't even fly to other planets. You just do a screen, like a loading screen. I thought the whole
Okay.
point of the game was that you take your ship, you fly to another planet, you can actually see it. They're fixing that now, so yeah. But I mean, like I see this. Like I finished the Jedi games, like Survivor and Fallen Order.
So you're still able to consume
Certain
Star
ones,
Wars product to this day.
like Battlefield, though, 400 hours on Battlefield 4,
Nice. Okay.
Battlefield 2042, 400 hours.
That's my most played game is a joint game with me and my son. So we played 800 hours of Terraria, which is a survival craft where you
Yeah,
dig.
I don't think I've
So
ever played it, but I've seen it.
yeah, it's very and the thing that my oldest son really liked it, but now he made my youngest son like it. So now I'm playing it with my youngest son. So
You ever
anyway,
play Stardew Valley?
no, I didn't. I
I
did
tried.
not.
I started it, and I was like, I don't like what do you call it? I forget the art style. It's like pixel. Is it pixel art?
Yeah, like Terraria's pixel art,
I
really.
don't
Like,
like that. I don't know. I think I'm burnt out on it. It's almost every game they do now is a version of that. So
yeah. So, but something like the new Terminator 2 type of arcade game, like Fire Talks was saying, it was really good. And the graphics are pixelated, but you're replaying the story of Terminator 2. So,
yeah.
but it's not like you like good graphics, not so much nostalgia. And do you play old games? Emulator?
I got the Atari, the 50th, where it's got all the Atari games, and then I got a Nintendo Switch, and I've got the membership, so I got the NES, the Super Nintendo, all that stuff on there.
Yeah, I got the free trial like at Christmas, and I played. I finished Zelda, I finished Metroid, and then they
Mhm.
deactivated the. I play Zelda on my emulator though, like Link to the Past once a year. I just I see a video of it, I'm like, ah shit, I gotta do it. I do it again. I go and finish it, complete everything, get everything. Just such a good game. And then Metroid about 3 years because it's still a long game and you have to
Yeah,
do a lot of
yeah,
jumping
there's a
around.
lot of back and forth.
Yeah, and it
I played
pisses
the new
me off.
Metroid.
I'm not a huge fan of the FPS point of view for Metroid.
Yeah.
Like I did, my friend had it, he liked it, but I go back to the Super Nintendo every time. Like the music, the graphics, the gameplay
Mm.
was like really really good. So anyway, so let's fast forward to your, let's say, the 90s. Were you like at this point you're 17 ish, 15?
Yeah, and not. I'm out of high school at 92.
You're out. Okay. All right. So out of high school. All right. Yeah. I'm 3 years. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. So what was like, were you still, I don't know, watching cartoons? Were you still, buying toys, or were you more into, I know you customize car, right?
Oh yeah, I was in the cars from school to long time afterwards for years. Yeah, I
Because
had
I,
a Mitsubishi GSX Eclipse. I had a Honda Prelude. I had another Eclipse. I had a Jeep, and then I had Subaru. Subaru, I probably spent the most time on.
then all before you were 25.
Uh, Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of car. I had one car until I crashed it. And then I had another, I had a big truck.
Yeah.
So, but when I remember you on a stream, you and Kato realized you went to the same kind of racetrack
I
or
had a
someplace.
Rockingham in North Carolina. It's like a drag strip. I took my Eclipse I got at the time as turbo all wheel drive. Took it to drag strip, see what it would do.
So, and is that a like because I'm not a racing guy, I'm not a car guy, but is that something that's common in the United States? Like you have like
Oh yeah, yeah,
racing tracks, like
yeah.
legal racing tracks
Oh yeah,
for
yeah. There's
or
one
and
about 20 minutes from me that every Thursday night they drag race. I mean, all kinds of cars from Teslas up to to like top fuel dragsters and stuff like that.
so and then it's all just a bunch of like just customizer people that just enjoy it and they're not professionals and
And
they
some
just go
are,
and race.
yeah. There's some professional drivers around here that drive on like tracks and like that do like short track stuff and drag strip racers and stuff.
That's interesting. I should probably go see that at least once, or maybe I'm too old now, too gray. So, but yeah, hey, Digital came in. There's a bunch of people that came in the show and totally missed them. So I know Ultra Megatronus was here earlier. NY Hunter, Danny, Clinical, Quintem. Everybody's talking about the Atari now. So yeah. So okay, so you kind of, when did you get back into collecting, like active collecting?
Um, Not for a long time. In like 2006 and seven, no, five, six, seven, I got into like Legos. I had like a big Lego collection. I lived in this apartment by myself, and basically one side of it was just like Legos. So
Okay, any like franchise or just any
Star Wars,
Lego?
all Star Wars Legos.
Okay.
So,
See, my oldest has a like the recent Lego set that they make, which I'm guessing are kind of the same thing you got 20 years
mm,
ago, but he has all the big vehicles and the smaller ones. He's missing a Death Star. So
well, they did a new one. It's only $1,000.
yeah, only 1,000. Did you have one back
Never had
then?
one. I had them.
Never had one.
I always liked the ships, like the
Yeah,
fighters and stuff. I collected those, but it's such a difference between then and now, and like the quality and the way they look. It's night and day.
really.
Yeah,
Like it's
like
better
it's a
now.
dramatic, like much better than it was in like the mid 2000s. They were just kind of getting into it in like the late 90s, I think, is when it started. But like you can see if you look at like a Lego set from like 2005, 6, 7, and compare it to when it's out now, it's a lot of difference. They look
Yeah,
better now. Back then they were just kind of, they were a lot cheaper.
probably. Yeah,
You got a better, you got a better, you got to go a better price point because you got more pieces. The usual Lego price works in about 10 cents a piece. Is kind of the average you want to go for. But back then, yeah, it's a big difference. You just Google like a 2007 set, look at it, and then look at something that's been out in the
Yeah.
last few years.
I have. We unfortunately we got a double X-wing, like the Luke Skywalker X-wing. My
Hmm.
son got it, and then my sister bought him a second one,
Hmm.
like the year after. So I bought it from him, and I built it because I don't do a lot of Legos, but
Yeah.
I had fun. And then my youngest, he's into Lego Minecraft, which is it's all small sets,
Oh yeah.
and then you get 1,000 of them, and then he has a big table full of them. But after he's built them, he never plays with them. So we have like a room full of Lego Minecraft, and now he wants the big mine for $1,000. I'm like, nope, get a job. He's
Wow.
8, but
They made a set like that.
yeah, it's huge stuff. But then you still collect like so 2006, 7, you started collecting other stuff like
Yeah, and then I got into like Star Trek, and then I was doing like a bunch of online things, and then I was doing like Bethesda's forums, and so I did that for a while. I was doing like Star Trek podcasts and being on those because I was like the moderator of their forums, so they want got to be
nice.
on that. Yeah, and they released a game and well, they released several games. They released a DS game, they released a PlayStation game, and then they released a game on Xbox called Legacy, where they used all the actors' uh, voices and stuff. It wasn't a good game. I think they
Okay.
wanted to do more than what they could, but Bethesda at the time, they wanted to do a lot, but I think they didn't have the
Okay.
knowledge. I think.
You're still a big Star Trek fan then?
Oh yeah.
What do you think of the new shows? My take on it is that they kind of ruined it because with the Picard show, which I had to watch it because of the nostalgia is huge with me.
Hmm.
I watched that, but the Discovery and then Brave New World and all that stuff. It's they made Star Trek, or they tried to make Star Trek an action show,
Hmm.
which it never was. Star Trek was not an action show. They had some action,
Hmm.
but it wasn't action driven. It was the human condition. It was the bettering of humanity. It was the science. So, what's your take on the new stuff?
Um, Picard season 1, 2, it's good
Yeah,
stuff in there. 3 is fantastic.
yeah.
Uh, 3 was great. I watched. I mean, there's some points in it. I like had tears in my eyes at one point, like
Oh,
when they
that's
showed the D in the hangar and coming on the bridge. I don't know. I got a little weird about that, but it's
yeah.
those are, I
That,
remember in 1987. I'm a kid watching that show every week. Um, let's see. Strange New Worlds I like just because I kind of know the time frame. They did one thing, Kirk never met Pike in the original series. He heard
yeah,
of him, met him as Fleet Admiral one time when they were talking like on the planet where Spock and
yeah,
uh,
yeah. The
met,
the,
met
the original
brother.
pilot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they said they just he met him as Fleet Admiral, but in this one, and I think they used the thing where you travel back in time, and that made him realize that Kirk was important. So he started following Kirk. They try kind of use that time thing to do that,
okay.
which is fine. I'm okay. It doesn't bother me because actually, Kirk and Pike know each other. It doesn't really bother me. I like the show. I don't, some things not great in it, but not bad. Discovery in the beginning when I first started watching Discovery, I said this is pretty good.
Yeah,
Klingons fighting, and then I don't know what the hell happened to it. It went off the rails.
yeah. When they went with the mushroom drive,
Yeah,
the spores, I'm like,
Sport
this
Drive,
level of
uh,
technology is way too advanced because that's
yeah,
pre-TOS,
yeah.
so it
And they went
it
to the
just
future in like the 32nd century. Yeah. All right,
the
and
only
then
thing I really liked though was that actress with the big hair that's kind of always nervous.
oh yeah, yeah.
Like she was
Lily
funny.
or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was fun. So that
yeah.
was a fun new character. But then everything,
There's some good stuff in there. It's just it really went away like as it got further and going in that future. I didn't like that at all. Section 31 did not watch any of it. I heard it was terrible. Um,
yeah,
and then what we got? the new one. Unfortunately, I've watched every episode of Starfleet Academy, and it is awful. It is awful.
Okay,
One
so I'm
thing,
not gonna. I was gonna give it a shot, but thank you. You
I,
just saved me so many hours.
there's so much. It's like somebody didn't watch Star Trek and then
Okay.
tried to put it together. Like you've got a lady who is half Jem'Hadar, half Klingon, but the Jem'Hadar don't have women, so they can't have kids. So how is she on the show? One thing, but there's all
Yeah.
kinds.
Well, they're not. They don't have reproductive organs, right? They're bred like
Yeah, they're
clinically
yeah, they're
by the
designed to fight.
Dominion. So
So,
okay.
so we're going to erase thousands of years of the Jem'Hadar just to say that. You've got a Klingon who does not act like a Klingon, and that's fine if you want to say, he's one way or whatever. But that is never shown in the history of the Klingon. The Klingons are warrior species. They, just
Yeah.
doesn't seem. Um, the Beta Z girl seems okay. The kid whose mom is She-Hulk, I don't know. It's just too much. The thing I don't like is the captain. Look, you're the captain of a freaking starship. You're lounging. You're sitting all up in your chair. Your feet all lay. I mean, I can't stand it.
No.
No
No.
captain of
There's.
any ship would ever do any of that. They would
Yeah.
lay
I
around
think
on the chairs and
Kirk had presence on the bridge. He had like people respected him. He held himself. Picard was really professional, and always
yeah.
sure of himself, charismatic. Cisco was
Cisco.
different.
Cisco was fantastic. Cisco's
He
my
was
favorite.
great. I loved. A lot of people prefer Next Generation, but when you get to watch DS9, the whole thing, it's such an epic story.
Hmm.
Like
Yep.
I loved it. And once in a while, I'll just put on In the Pale of Moonlight, that episode where Kirk
Great
works
episode.
with Garrick to,
Yep.
bring in the Romulans.
Yep.
And it's such a brilliant piece.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. So
There's so many good. I listened to this podcast called the Delta Flyers, which it's Tom Paris and Harry Kim, the actors, and they have Terry Farrell who played Jadzia, and sometimes
right.
they have Quark, the actor who played Quark, or they have Worf on there, and they go over every episode of DS9. They're in like season 4 right now, but it's interesting to hear them talk about it, like how the shows are going over, and they go over like the details and the acting and the directors, and a lot of times you didn't see things because of money. It's like there's not enough money to do this. They wanted to show this.
Yeah.
They didn't have enough money, which makes some sense, I guess. But
Yeah.
DS9, I really like DS9. I like Voyager too. So
I like Voyager after the Kazon. Like the couple first season with the Kazon and what was her name? Like the one that keeps betraying them and slept with Chakotay and
I watched it.
yeah.
I watched the episode today where they got stranded on the planet,
Yeah, exactly.
took the ship, and they used the crazy guy to kill all the Kazon and take the ship back. I watched that today.
Oh yeah. Okay, that actor who played Suitor,
Yeah.
Brad Dourif.
Yeah.
Any movie he's in, it's good.
Yeah.
He's even if the movie is bad, his performance is always off the chart. Love that guy.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I haven't watched Star Trek since Picard because I like you the okay, me and my friend we kind of analyzed Picard and his take on it is that somebody had an idea for a sci-fi show and went to Paramount and they said no and then they reworked it with Picard and made it a Star Trek show because it didn't feel like a Star Trek show at all.
Yeah, not in the beginning. I'd say third season probably is
Exactly. Like season 1, I didn't like it. Season 2, okay, what pissed me off about season 2 was again the usage of Noonien Soon earlier. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so we had him in Deep Space Nine when he's in the Next Generation when he's really old, and then after that you bring him in Enterprise, which now he's I think it was retcon that he's the one who created Khan.
Dogments or whatever,
the like all those people. I'm like, okay, so then he got into when he went to jail, he started doing cybernetics. Okay, we're gonna take that. But then you're gonna put him again in the past, another 100 years, so that guy's fucking immortal,
Yeah.
and and now he's gonna be part of that big plot with Q. And I'm like, okay, this entire season is absolute bullshit. And then at the end of season two, um, that little blonde girl becomes like the Borg queen,
Yeah.
you know. And then in season three, you bring back the Borg, and they're trying to take over the Federation, but you don't mention her once.
See,
Like,
I like that though because that is the queen that Janeway infected at the end.
is
So
it?
yeah, in Endgame when
Yeah,
Janeway
I
passed
remember the episode, but is it
the
like
virus
the?
or whatever, that's the queen from that. So she survived, but most of the Borg had died off, and
Yeah, probably. So
that's how I like that. Now they had a great Star Trek show right there, and they decided to do Academy instead. They
yeah,
could have
they were.
started right there with Captain Seven, the new Enterprise,
Yeah,
and Picard's son,
Picard's son,
and
and then you could have brought so many
yep,
other. But I think
you got
Star Trek.
Geordi's daughter on there, I think too. And, yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Jordy's daughter was there, so it would have been a good show to do, and I really thought they were gonna go that way. But it just I think what they should do is what they did, what happened between the original series and Next Generation. Do a 80-year gap
Mm.
and then start with a new crew with no actual ties to the original series except like lore, and then have a bit of like sometimes you get McCoy who was there in the first episode, and then you get Scotty in one episode, but just let it be its own show with new characters, new races, new quadrants.
Well, the problem they've already kind of wrote themselves into a corner with that, with the Enterprise B and Enterprise C, because they
Yeah,
go up you got the C, which was the one that was in that alternate universe one.
yeah, which created that blonde Romulan that looked like
They kind
Tasha.
of like got themselves in the corner. They can't kind of show that without already having the ships there, because we
But
know
I mean, no,
Sulu.
no, no. I mean, what I mean is that Roddenberry did the original series. Then the new show was 80 years in the future. So after Voyager, wait 80 years.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Do an 80-year gap after Voyager, and then start a new thing. But they're afraid because that's the thing now. Hollywood always wants to, or any studio or whatever, they want to reuse characters that will make money, that they know will sell. Like Hasbro is using Optimus Prime. Like every crossover is Optimus, Bumblebee, Grimlock, Megatron, Soundwave, Starscream, sometimes Shockwave, and sometimes Jazz. But those are the main six. Like if you like the Brickheads, the Lego Brickheads, you like anything like the Jada toys. It's all those characters. So now I have a shelf of Bumblebee and Optimus because I want to try those little different things. So, but they did the same thing. Star Trek does that, and now Disney's doing that all the time. Instead of making new show, okay, let's take our old classic and let's make them live action.
Yeah.
Which half the time didn't work. So anyway,
Yesterday's Enterprise. Yeah, that's a great episode. They're like at war with the Klingons, and that's when the sea comes through the.
yeah. No, I like that episode. I like when there's what I like time travel stuff because it really puzzles the mind sometimes, and you try to analyze what happened. Like the Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes.
Oh yeah.
I like the time, like it's not a great movie, but I like the time travel because they go into an anomaly and he's the last one in the anomaly, but technically he's also the last one out. Like, because everything happened in reverse. Anyway, it was just a fun time travel stuff. But Star Trek, what I like is that it had repercussion. The fact that now they had a new enemy in that Romulan girl. And so there was an actual impact to a time travel episode that just wasn't like, Okay, well, we fixed the problem in the past, so now the future, nobody knows that we fixed it.
Mm.
I don't like those stuff, but when there's impact, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And so, you collected Star Trek, you collected like how many toy lines do you have right now?
Ugh. Okay, let's see. We got Transformers mainline, Transformers New Age, third party. The only thing third party I do is New Age.
Okay.
Star Wars Vintage Collection, Masters of the Universe, Origins, Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron, G.I. Joe Classified, Valaverse, Lego.
A walk.
Not anymore. Yeah, got out of that. I feel like I'm getting some Hot Toys.
Hot toys. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Those are up there.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, there you go, Scout Trooper.
I got IG.
Oh, I love IG. I was so happy to see him in the Mandalorian because I remember playing Lego Star Wars, the original series.
That's my favorite, the Death Trooper.
Yeah, oh, they are nice.
Yeah, I like those. And then Black Series helmets. I collect the helmets.
Oh, okay.
It's honestly too much. I need to back off. I don't collect the G.I. Joe Reaction Plus from Super 7. Got all those. Got a couple Hot Wheels.
Yeah. Well, I have Transformers like, well, not hot. Well, no, actually, I do have the Ultra Magnus, Optimus, Trax, and Bumblebee. Which Trax, Ultra Magnus, like rare that we get crossover, figures of these.
I got the tracks in there. I need to send to Larkin. I sold mine. I got 2 G.I. Joe Hot Wheels left.
Oh, I wanted to know, did you get the new Mirage that's kind of a plane?
No, what was that?
Hold on. I'll try to find. It's like a new like dollar store toy line, but I almost bought it to send it to you just for fun because I knew it was your guy. But Transformers alt mode. Trying to see if I can get the figure. Ah, they're all showing me the freaking.
Transformers. Did I mention Transformers? Oh yeah, mainline. Yeah, which is like Studio Series and then like the current Age of the Primes.
And like, okay, so if you compare, I always compare me and Deluxe. Deluxe is a Transformers collector, true and true. He doesn't care about the character. He likes, paint, articulation, all that stuff. And I'm more of a character collector. I want to have everybody on my poster here that I got, which shows every Transformer from season 1 through 3. Like, what type of collector are you? Character or just actual toys?
That's a good question. The Transformers, I want all the season like 1, 2, 3, 4 stuff. So I don't really have anything other. And then I got the Primes. But like I've got all the mini bots have been released. I got all I got rid of my Seekers because the new Seeker is so much better than all the ones before. So I got rid of all those, and now I've just got Thundercracker. The Thundercrackers might as well be Masterpiece because he looks just like the freaking Masterpiece.
Oh yeah, and I had to peel off a piece, like the connection when you're trying to plug the nose to the back so that it's kind of smooth. Like he has like two flaps.
Yeah.
I had a hard time getting them.
Yeah, one of mine is kind of sticky. Right, I remember the Megatron Studio Series. Megatron is terrific. I mean, that's one of the best looking figures they've probably ever done.
That's the thing. Megatron, I didn't get because I already have like a YOLO Park Megatron, and I don't really need. But I I'll keep saying it. It's a good robot. It's a good tank, but he should have been released in Age of the Prime, not Studio Series, just because he's not screen accurate. But that's it doesn't take away from the figure.
What they do? Didn't they do like a battle damage one or something? I'm not getting that because that's
Yeah, but again, the battle damage one is Studio Series,
uh,
so it's again not screen accurate. But hold on, I just want to show you that that little. So that's the Cyber World Mirage. Transform into. You can get it on Walmart. So man, except cookies. I hate this shit. So it's Mirage, but he's a plane now. So I was wondering
any of the like Cyber World or what was the other one? Cyberverse.
Cyberverse and stuff. Cyberverse
Yeah.
it was a good show to watch with my kid, but it wasn't something I really wanted to collect. But we got a couple. I think my son got the Cyber World Bumblebee. I think so. But yeah, I'm like, it's a Mirage. I'm like, I should send it to Enewtabie.
I think I got the what is it? The Bumblebee from the game coming tomorrow.
Oh, Devastation! It looks good.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Yeah,
I like the Optimus Prime. A lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was. I mean, it's small, but it looks good.
Yeah, it's well, Optimus. I'm really, when it comes to Optimus, I really prefer the G1 look because it's what I grew up with. But I don't take away, like, if anybody likes other franchise, like other version of characters, I'm down. Like you win. I'm not big on the competition. Like is Bavers worse or better than G1, and is Beast War like truck versus monkey and shit. I don't have time to waste energy on that.
Yeah.
So same thing with who became Cyclonus. It's whoever you want it to be. I always go back to what Stan Lee interview, and he said, when a writer is writing any crossover between two characters, whoever is going to win is whoever he wants it to win.
Right.
There's gonna be something like I saw Cable beat Hulk. And I love Cable, but I don't think he could actually beat Hulk. But they've made it work because it's, for the story, they're going to make it work. So I think, people prefer Bombshell. Well, that's your thing. Go ahead, have fun. So and then when did you start YouTubing? It's before me. So,
oh man, I don't even know what the way to know. You can look on the channel and see. I think it gives you a start date or something. No?
Well, if you go in videos and you sort by oldest, you'll see what was your first video and when.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Oldest. 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. And was it a review channel 10 years ago?
No, I broadcast something from the PS4.
Okay.
And then let's see here. I did Planet Side 2 Combat, which got a whole 8 views. Then I did, here's my first toy thing, Disney Infinity 3.0 unboxing. I got 126 views on it, so that was something. Then I did a bunch of computer stuff where I built computers. Oh man, I didn't know there's videos of my daughter. Oh, I have to show that to her. I forgot all about that.
Oh,
hey,
I'm glad.
Like PC building stuff, power supplies, stuff like that.
All right. So when did you start doing the toy thing?
Let's see here. It looks like pretty much when I moved to the house I'm in now, I think. But Splatoon 2, more PC parts. Dang, I did a whole lot of PC stuff. Let's see. Trying to find it. Wow, I did a lot more than I thought. Okay. It looks like 7 years ago, I got some Marvel Legends. And it just kind of started from there. Toys R Us pickup.
You still
Tripticon for $50 from Ollie's pickup.
You mean that Titan Returns?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then
did you get the new one?
No. I still got the
Okay.
one. I like that one. I just don't want to spend that much money for a color change.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have the original, so I'm like, yep, getting that.
Yeah, and then it started right there about 7 years ago with like Transformers toys pickups. Like I was getting a lot of Titans returns and
So
Power of the
roughly
Rock.
around the same time as Kato and Jason.
I think I was before Kato a
Okay.
little bit. But I could probably figure out right here looking at it when like we started doing stuff.
Yeah, because
Uh,
you did a lot of shows together, streams about the independent toy lines. For a while, you did that, and then,
oh,
well,
six
yeah,
years ago we
six
did a
years
lot.
ago. Okay,
Yeah.
so that was like before the Rejecticons, or that was the Rejecticons.
This is probably before.
Okay, so that's about the time I started watching Rodimus Primal, and then Kato, and then PPR, and then you, then Deluxe, and Bert, and now all the people I hang out with. And oh, are we seeing you this year at in Orlando?
Probably not because I'm going to Orlando in like 2 weeks.
Man, I really want to. Okay, all right.
I can
But
never get there in October. It's just bad timing. If they
yeah,
ever do one in North Carolina, I will go to that one.
okay. And what about Baltimore? Is it like in next year probably?
No interest in going to Baltimore.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, it's fun just to, hang out, meet the guys, and
Yeah.
we had a blast last time. I'm looking forward to it this time because I'm gonna see Bert for the first time, like in person, and then seeing all the guys again. So, you know, it's
I wish they
always
would do one in Charlotte. They did one in like 13 or 14. They did a Charlotte convention.
okay.
I wish they would do that again. It's been so long. I would go to Charlotte. Charlotte's like 2.5 hours from me. So
Okay. Now,
Baltimore's like 7.
see,
Orlando,
Baltimore was,
Orlando's 9.5.
I think it was 12 hours. Yeah, I drove from 3 a.m. and I got there at 2 p.m. or something. Like it was 12, 13-hour drive.
Yeah.
Um, and then this year in Orlando, I'm just flying. I got my plane tickets and everything. And Ultra Megatronus is going to, hopefully, if he wants to, pick me up at the airport. And then we get a room. So far, it's me, NY Hunter, Ultra Megatronus, and Norbs.
Hmm.
Oh, gonna meet Norbs for the first time.
Okay.
That's gonna be fun too. So, and yeah, so there's a couple deluxe, of course. Always fun to hang out with deluxe. But if you want to feel ignored at a convention, walk with deluxe. Everybody just talks to him.
Yeah.
People love deluxe. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
He's been doing it a long time.
Oh yeah, he really does.
I would
See, I've
love
been
the
doing.
total number of Transformers he has.
See, I don't think he knows
I
how
mean, I
many
know it's probably
he has. He has to have over
north of
2,000 figures.
5,000.
Oh, you think it's that high? Five, probably.
Yeah.
There's like 3 figures every week for 52 weeks for how many years?
Well, you think you probably got every figure that's ever been released and every line going back through Hasbro. Then you got all the third party stuff.
Yeah. Doctor Wu, Iron Factory, New Age, and then he gets the masterpiece stuff as well. Like, man, he's gonna need a second house just for that, because he's not done putting stuff on in his new house yet. I don't
Yeah,
think so.
I can't go past my 2 rooms. I've got this room, the closet's Joe, and I've got the filming room, and that's got like some stuff in that. And if I ever have to go where I go in totes and stuff, I got to get out. I can't do it.
Yeah, that's what I told my wife.
Like,
I have 6, 7. I have 7 shelf, one huge, and then the other one like all those like small, like those are like 35 Canadian at IKEA, and they don't reach all the way to the top of the on the ceiling, but they're good enough. And then I have the big one with my Devastator because I wanted something a little more stable for the Jinbao stuff. So I have this, but I don't have anything anywhere else because my wife would not tolerate that. Like she has been patient,
yeah,
she got scared at first because I got the fear of missing out. Like in the first 2 years, I went to like I was buying everything because I didn't want to miss out on any characters. Because my reasoning was if I don't get it now, it's double the price in a year, right? You know, scalper and after late tax and. But now, like how long have you been married now?
I got married in 2011.
Okay, so at that time, did she marry into the collection, or
No,
did? Okay, so you didn't. You had like a couple Legos still, or not?
I might have had like I don't even know. I don't even think I had. No, I didn't because
The
I
Fire
remember.
Talks.
Yeah, didn't have anything in there.
Okay, so and then, but did she know that you used to collect, or did that
Nope,
like? Because my wife had no idea.
nope, no idea.
Technically, I had no idea I wanted to collect. When I started watching Rodimus Primal and then watching Kato, I'm like, oh, I can be 40 years old and get toys. That's when it kind of started, you know?
Yeah.
So she got scared. So your wife, did she have resistance? Like, did she?
Um, I, I don't know. Maybe at first, but now it's like, well, you could do this, or you could like be going doing other stuff, like going out and go golfing, or
Yeah,
who knows what, you know. So I'd rather you be at home and just do your channel and put toys up, and yeah,
exactly. That's the thing. When at first when she would like say you have to stop, you have to, and I'm like, well, I mean, if you give up makeup, yeah, I was trying to rationalize it, like you buy a lot of stuff that you don't use all the time. You have a lot of like, because she was of the mentality that two shelf was enough. I'm like, no, 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 I need way more than this. So yeah, it's just you know patience and understanding, and she bought me. Well, no, she paid for a couple figures I wanted, but she never bought me a figure I didn't know about up front. Because to her, going shopping for this, she has no idea what
yeah.
character is what do I have, what do I need. So
Now my wife will like she'll go to Target and like, hey, I'm here in the toy section. Do you need this or this?
oh yeah, she's done that. You call
That's
call me on Messenger with a camera, and she's just flipping through the shelves. I'm like, all right, cool. No, I don't need anything. Thanks.
yeah.
So, but what I do is, let's say, like for the past 5 years since I started collecting, I never had an actual surprise at any of my birthdays or any of my Christmas gift. I always know what I'm gonna get, but what I do is that I order it, and then I'm like, okay, this figure I can wait for it for Christmas. So I give it to my wife, and then when we do the gift exchange, she's gonna sell that figure to whoever drew my name, and
Hmm.
then they give it to me, and I'm a very good actor.
Hmm.
Like I will make them feel amazing that they're giving me something I really wanted. So
Yeah.
I hope they never watch this, because then the jig is up. But
I, it, she used to do like the gift thing or whatever, but now she's like, I'll just get you an Amazon gift card or something like that. No, that's fine. That
yeah,
that works. And you can just
yeah,
get
it
whatever.
does.
So our clinical said talking about TF Nation, and that's one I would love to go to. Meet some
Really,
of those
go
guys
to
like
the go in the
and
UK.
Transformers and show guys and Aerofire and all them. Yeah.
Yeah, I watch them every Friday. I don't
Mhm.
participate in the chat much, but uh the Alexis and what's it? I had them on my on a stream like I don't know 3 years ago, and he texts me and he's like, "Oh, we want to do an American show." I'm like, "Okay, no problem." So I got them, and then I tell them, "Well, I'm actually Canadian, but you get a North American show."
North
So
America. Yeah, there you go.
yeah, exactly. So that was fun. But yeah, I enjoyed that their Friday. It's at 3 p.m. So at
Yeah,
3 p.m. I'm still
yeah.
working.
It's hard to do. I can do it now because I'm off on Fridays, but
Oh, okay. So and then you lived in Canada for a while, right?
yeah, they're Markham.
Markham. Okay, so not Montreal. Did you do Montreal for a while, or because I
No,
remember? No, okay. So Markham, Ontario. So how many years were you here?
Oh, it wasn't years; it was months.
Oh, okay. So okay, it's not like you had time to apply for citizenship and stuff.
No. I just stayed there for a few months and turned around. My
Okay.
aunt
All
was a
right.
travel agent, so I would just go stay with her, different places. I,
Okay.
I, I think my mom and dad just liked me not being around at that time,
Yeah.
but I like
Well,
to go
yeah.
do stuff. I mean, I went all up and down the East Coast. I mean, Washington D.C., all up in Florida, New York, all that, Buffalo, uh, Niagara Falls.
See,
Then
I
you
went.
know, you take Canadian money, go back across the border, stick it in the drink machine, get American money back out.
Okay, yeah, that was the a better exchange rate.
Yeah. You know what the border crossing was going into Canada at the time? A guy comes up to you and says citizenship. You say USA. They wave you through. You don't even
That
show
was
me
it. Eh?
ID or nothing. Nope.
A lot of trust, and then 9/11 happened, and then everything fucking
Yeah.
changed. And it's worse now. Anyway, but the I went to, like, I have an uncle and an aunt that lives near Niagara Falls. Last year I went for
Mhm.
the first time, and we did the the Canadian side is
Mhm.
very much entertaining. So we had fun there. But then
Yeah,
my wife,
I stayed right there too, where you could see the falls from where I stayed. I went to the Ripley's, believe it or not, and all that stuff.
yeah, okay. So I went to Ripley's.
Yeah,
I did the little attraction, all the. There's so many stuff, like it's money grabbing though. Like
yeah,
they
yeah.
do like
Tourist
they
trap.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They do a zombie ride where you have a gun and you're in a kind of those 3D glasses on, and then they have like something like you're in a, I don't know, a roller coaster, and then you have to shoot zombie. But
Mm.
whatever you shoot gives you point, but it doesn't impact anything. So you're just shooting shit, and then at the end you have a score. And I'm like, well, that was $12 well spent. So, but then this year my wife wants to go back there because my uncle and aunt, like, they have a huge house with
Mhm.
a fully furnished basement, so like 3 beds, so we're good, like we don't have to pay lodging or anything. So that's it's a game changer. But she wants to go to the US side, so, and the closest thing is Buffalo, and then everybody's telling me there's not much to do in Buffalo, so I'm gonna have to check. And
There's nothing to do in Buffalo. Don't,
well, there's
especially in
a
winter.
naval park, like a big port
I
or
mean, I got
something.
stuff like that, but I mean, if you go like anytime where it's cold, which is a
Oh no,
lot of,
I'm going this summer.
uh,
Summer.
there's stuff to do. I mean,
Okay, so I'll give that a shot. And
I always wanted to go see the NWT, Northwest Territories, like near Labrador and all that.
yeah, like that's really cold.
Yeah.
There is a my uncle used to run a mining facility in, like, on the northern coast of the Saint Laurent River,
Okay.
near Labrador, and there's so much wind that they have like the wind always come from the north, and they have like a huge wall just to break the wind, or else it's unlivable there. I'm like, wow, that's you know that's it's I don't think it's condition
I
that
watched
I
this
want
guy
to
on
be.
YouTube called Jay Laguerre, and he's got a cabin up there, and he shows him like how he's built the cabin and
Right,
canvas tent and how the
that's
stuff.
interesting.
He has like -35 or -43 or whatever the temperature is, and just cooking on wood stoves and it's like,
Yeah,
wow, that'd be
that's
cool.
I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. Like, it never had to, but me and my friends, I'm from up north Quebec, so like maybe halfway through, like, like where it's really cold, like the northern territories.
Hmm.
And we had school at -39 Celsius, but at -40, that's when school was closed. So super cold temperature back then. Like, people are complaining that, saying that global warming doesn't exist. Oh, it was a lot colder back in up north Quebec. It was a lot colder than it is now.
Hmm.
It was really, big snow. Like, we had snow on the playground at school until like the last day of school in June,
Hmm.
because then that's when the big tractor from a farm would come and break the big ice mountain where we all slid, because there was no insurance during the for the school during the summer and everything. They didn't want kids to go slide there and break their neck, so they broke it. And then once in July there was a snowstorm at one of my friends' baptism. Like it really, I'm glad I'm south now, where it's warmer. So wouldn't mind going a little further south though, eventually. So yeah. So it's been the hour. Thanks for spending the hour with me, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. And eventually we'll be able to, hopefully Charlotte, if they do a convention there, or if there's another convention that's kind of not too far that I can go ahead and shake your hand. Would love that.
Yeah.
So just tell the people where they can find you mainly.
You can find me on Enewtabie on YouTube. I do a little bit on Instagram, not much though, and Facebook. I have a page, Enewtabie, and then I'm on Twitter quite a bit. Enewtabie underscore I don't know what it is underscore collects, but
Oh yeah, Enewtabie underscore collect on Instagram. Yep. Saw that. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Everybody in the chat. Hopefully, I'm going to get a little more views because I have a bigger guest with a bigger channel. So that was fun. Yeah. So I'm going by. Eventually, I want to do. Eventually, I want to get like actors to come on the show. Like I've interviewed actors in the past. It was fun, but I want to do something. I'm branching off. I don't want to do just Transformers when it comes to the night shift. I
Yeah.
want to do other things. So eventually I'll get there. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, please like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, leave a comment. We love reading those. Keep coming back. We have more on the way. And remember that nothing in life gives you the right to be an asshole. Take care. And I'm not ready.